Hi students, good morning to all. Welcome back to our science class. Today we are going to discuss about our new chapter, Physical and Chemical Changes. Chapter 6, this is a chemistry chapter, Physical and Chemical Changes. In our everyday life, you come across many changes in your surroundings. These changes may involve one or more substances. For example, your mother may ask you to dissolve sugar in water to make a cold drink. Making a sugar solution is a change. Similarly, setting curd from milk is a change. Sometimes milk becomes sour. So, this souring of milk is also a change. Then the stretched rubber band also represents a change. So, these are all examples of some changes that happens in our surroundings. Right? Okay. In this chapter, we shall perform some activities and study the nature of these changes. What do I mean the nature of these changes? Broadly, these changes are of two kinds. We can classify these changes into two types, physical and chemical. So, first of all, in this video, we are going to discuss about physical changes. Okay, physical changes. Before going to the term physical changes, we can perform some activities. So we can watch one video. Are you ready?
Two activities to understand the physical changes. Cut a piece of paper into 4 square pieces. Lay these pieces on the floor or a table so that the pieces acquire the shape of the original piece of paper. We cannot join the pieces back to make the original piece. However, we can see the change in the size of paper. As size is a physical property, this change can be called as a physical change. Now, let us do another activity. Take some ice in a plastic tumbler. Place the tumbler in the sun. Now the ice starts melting. We can see a mixture of ice and water in the tumbler. Now, place the tumbler in a freezer for some time. Remove the tumbler from the freezer. Now we can observe that the water changed back to ice. In this activity, we observed the change in the state of water. As state of a substance is a physical property, this change can be considered as a physical change. Now, let us do one more activity. Hold a used hacksaw blade with a pair of tongs. Keep the tip of the free end of the blade on the flame of a gas stove. Wait for a few minutes. Now we can observe the change in the color of the tip of the blade. Then remove the blade from the flame and observe the tip once again after some time. We can observe that the tip of the blade get back its original color. As color is a physical property,
So we can say that in the first activity, that is a paper cut into few pieces, we cannot join the pieces back to make the original piece. If the property of the paper changes, no, there is no change in the property of the paper. Then when we move to the second activity, that is the ice changes into water. Okay, take some ice in a glass or plastic tumbler, then melt a small portion of ice by placing the tumbler in the sun. So you can see that this ice becomes melt into water. From this activity, we can say that the state of the ice is changes. We know that there are three states of matter: solid, liquid and water. Then ice is solid and ice changes into liquid form. So we can say that the state of the ice changes. Okay. Then when we move to the third activity, the hacksaw blade changed color on heating. Right? Okay. There is also another activity that when we collect the chalk dust lying on the floor near the blackboard in your classroom, then add a little water to the dust to make a paste. Then roll it into the shape of the piece of chalk. Did you recover chalk from the dust? Yes, you can make the chalk from the chalk powder. So these all are changes, some types of changes. Which changes are these? Okay, we can say that properties such as shape, size, color and the state of the substance are called its physical properties. From the first activity, the paper is cut into pieces, so its size and shape is also changes. So we can say that is a physical property. Okay, then from the hacksaw blade activity, we can say that the color is changes when it is heated. So it is also physical change. Okay, and a change in which a substance undergoes a change in its physical properties is called a physical change. Okay, if there is a change in its physical properties such as shape, size, color and the state of the substance is called what? Physical change. It is generally reversible. Okay, in such a change, no new substance is formed. When we check these activities, we can say that we can found that there is no new substance are formed. Okay, these are all about physical properties. Okay students, now we can move to our last session exercise. What do you mean by physical changes? Second one, make a list of 10 physical changes you have noticed around you. Thank you students.